welcome. If you're here for the replay, please feel free to hit the like button and drop me a comment below. And it's a powerful time right now to practice presence. And that's what this live stream is about, so we can just sit together in presence and deepen our spiritual practice. And I'll just let people jump on the live stream. The ego is active, okay? The ego is always active. The thinking mind is always thinking. It's the thinking mind is automatically thinking. But when we cultivate presence and we practice presence in our everyday life, you start to slide out of your thinking mind, you slide out of the ego, and you're here in this now moment. Okay, so anchoring yourself in this present now moment, anchoring yourself to your breath, bring yourself back to your breath. Because there's so much going on right now energetically, okay? We had X-class solar flare yesterday. It was one of the strongest solar flares that we've had this year. So energetically, that's a lot, okay? We're in the portal right now of the solstice, okay? The June solstice, winter solstice or summer solstice, depending where you're at on the earth. Okay, so that's a lot of energy, okay? Big shifts are happening at this time. Okay, huge shifts. Hi, Gregory, brother. Good to see you here. Happy solstice to you. Yes, I was just saying, this shifts right now are huge. Energetic shifts are huge right now. So cultivating presence is really going to help us glide through this period with ease. Okay, because when things are shifting up within us to be purified, yeah, the mind can get chaotic through this process sometimes. And Gregory, you would know about that because you're very active on your healing journey. You do the shadow work, my bro. You do the shadow work. Hi, Leonie, sister. Good to see you here. One love. So as these energies peak at this time, the more that we can practice presence, okay, the easier it's going to be for ourselves. Okay, so I just said that we've had the X-class, we had the strongest X-class solar flare that we've had this year. That happened yesterday. Okay, we're entering the solstice energies right now. So there's a lot of energies being shifted up, okay? And the thing is, when things are being shifted and stirred up within us to be purified, to be healed, that the ego gets real loud sometimes, okay? Hi, Hania Family Village. Good to see you here. The mind can get real active, especially when you are observing that ego. You'll find when you're observing that ego, it will start to get louder. Okay, so when you can cultivate presence and just continue to keep bringing yourself back to your breath, okay? You're in Pakistan. Well, welcome from Pakistan. Job in Saudi Arabia. Welcome, welcome. It's so beautiful to have our tribe here from all around the earth. And we're all embodying this truth all around the earth. And we're anchoring that light all around the earth. It's such a beautiful time. I'm going to start off, guys, by lighting this beautiful candle for you guys, for our tribe. And this beautiful candle for humanity. And hi, Brian, brother, good to see you here. One love, my bro, all the way from Pennsylvania. I light this candle for humanity. This is the light. We are the light. And we hold humanity in our prayers at this time, at this powerful time as we shift. And remember, that's us. We are the light. Okay? So when you find yourself feeling chaotic, bring yourself back inward, back to breath. That's you. You are the light, your spirit. Okay, let your spirit shine through. Okay, let your spirit shine through at this time. Because there's so much shifting up at this time. Okay? And other people's egos are getting loud and chaotic. And people are projecting right now at this time. So when you keep bringing yourself back to presence, bring yourself back to breath. That's where it's at. You keep bringing yourself back to breath. You have to get to that point on your journey, okay, where you're serious about your ascension. If you're serious about your ascension, they ain't playing about, okay? You know, it's all about being present. because this is where it's at. Okay, when we get about our day, our everyday life, okay, you have to watch that ego, that mind. It's going to keep trying to pull you to tomorrow and pull you to the worries and the fears. Or it's going to try to pull you to yesterday and last week and the past. Okay, that's where the anxiety and depression is at. And right now at this time, okay, people are really suffering with depression at this time, and people's anxieties are peaking at this time. Okay, you probably walking around in your community or around people who people in your everyday life, and you're feeling their anxiety. I was around a couple of tradesmen today. They were doing some stuff around here at the house, and I felt the man's anxiety. Okay, so the more present that you are, you coming more inward, you're able to feel other people's energies because you're present. So this is how you can decipher what's your energy, okay, and what's other people's energy. Or you get to a point where you can decipher, okay, this is someone else's energy. I can feel this person has anxiety, or maybe this person is feeling fear, for example, or grief. Then you get to a point also where you can feel the energy of the land as well. Okay, so you're coming more in tune. But you can't become more in tune with your spirit if you're in your head. So I just made myself a cup of tea. And I'm making myself a cup of tea. I'm making my tea mindfully. You know, I'm letting the kettle boil. And instead of running and going and doing stuff as the kettle is boiling, I'm remaining present. Okay? I'm in tune. Okay, yes, I'm aware the kettle's boiling. Okay, I'm in tune with my in-breath. It's raining. It's been raining here all day. It's been so beautiful, so cleansing for the earth, for the land, for us, for humanity. So I'm in tune with that. But the minute your mind starts to, just like say I'm making the cup of tea, and your mind starts to think now about whatever situation you have. Maybe you have a challenge coming up. All right, like Brian says, be in the moment. Maybe, like myself, I'm trying to look for a new place at the moment. But if I'm not in the present moment, while making that cup of tea, allowing the kettle to boil, connected with my breath, well, then my mind is going to take me down to anxiety lane, where I don't need to be in anxiety lane. I need to be right here, right now, because this is where the magic happens. This is where everything comes to you. And it's a practice. You have to cultivate this practice. And the more you do this, okay, the better it comes, the easier it becomes. It's just bringing forward that presence with you all throughout the day. The minute you wake up in the morning, you are present with your breath. You wake up, and normally when people wake up, their mind starts to race. They're straight onto the phone. They're scrolling straight onto the phone. If you can just change your morning, okay, slightly, the minute you wake up, okay, you don't even have to open your eyes, just stay there, stay in that meditative state. This is the best way to practice. When I really started to deepen my meditative practice, okay, presence, it was first thing in the morning. I'd wake up because my mind is so still, right? So practice there. When your mind is so still, you wake up, stay there, okay, and bring your awareness to your breath. Stay with your breath, okay? Focus inwardly. Then you'll start to hear the elements. You'll hear the birds. Maybe you have traffic around. You'll hear that. You'll start to hear the elements, but stay there. Don't let your mind pull you now. Yeah, so you practice that. Maybe you feel you start to drift back to sleep. So then pop, instead of your legs straight on your bed, pop your knees up a bit. Yeah, pop your knees up. Because you're practicing meditation now. Okay, you're like that. And then you're calm. And then here in this place here, then you can remember your dreams as well. Because sometimes we receive messages in our dreams. Okay, a lot of us receive our psychic visions and stuff in our dreams. So you may like to keep like a dream journal next to your bed. So you wake up, you're straight in a meditative state, you've remembered, oh wow, okay, there's a message here for me. Or maybe a loved one come and visit me in spirit or whatever. You can write that in your dream journal. A lot of healing takes place in our dreams too. Okay, and also when we're healing as well, because the more present we are, the more that we heal, because we're able to process things in the now moment. We can heal our past here in the present moment just by being present. Okay, it's stillness. This is where it's at. This is where the magic is at. It's stillness. People have so much mind clutter that people wake up in the morning, instead of that practice, okay, it's straight on the phone. And then they've added layers now. See people, they're on the phone, then they've got the TV on. That's another layer. There's so much mind noise going on. So much mind clutter and activity going on. TV's on now, okay? And then the phone's going and scrolling, and it's just too much. How can you come inwardly and tune into your spirit, tune into the universe, tune into the energies of the universe, tune into this powerful light that's coming through the earth right now? Like I say, you snooze, you lose. You don't want to snooze. Once you're awake, you stay awake by just staying present, cultivating presence. Okay, and you get up, you rise like that, bang, and you go have your shower, and you're in the shower and you're present with that water. Now you're connecting to the water spirit where you are being rejuvenated. Yeah, you're connecting to that water spirit and you're grateful. Feel your connection to the water spirit, because we are connected to the elements. Okay, we are all connected to the elements. This is shamanism. Okay, we're connected to the fire. Okay, we're connected to the water, we're connected to the sun, we're connected to the earth. So as you're in the shower, you're bathing, you're cleansing, be present. Okay, feel that water on you, connect with the water, give your gratitude to that water, you're present with that water. Or you can get caught in your ego and you can have a shower and think of all these millions of different things as you're in the shower. So be mindful how active your mind is. When you, maybe you can start to, maybe you're one who has the TV going in the background and then you're on the phone or whatever. Maybe you can just practice by pulling away one element, slowing it down a little bit. Okay, your mind might be, if you're not used to that, your mind might be like, well, what's happening here now? Start to feel a bit weird because you're not used to that. But our natural state is stillness. That's our natural state, not this ego. Okay, remember, we were brought into this world before this chaos. Okay, brainwashed, indoctrinated. Okay, just fed all this information, all this stuff. It's time to slow down now and remember who we are and connect back to our roots. Okay, and then you finish your shower, you out of that shower because you're present, and you're going to continue your day in presence. You're going to mindfully put your clothes on. Okay, mindfully moisturize your body, mindfully do your hair. I washed my hair this afternoon. It was such a vibe. It rained all day, and this afternoon I felt like all these energies, so much has been going on for me with trying to, get my new house and everything like that. I've had home opens, I've had repairmen at this house. It's been pretty full on. Breathing through it, staying present. So this afternoon I was like, I'm going to care for myself. So I was there present and I washed my hair. It was such a vibe. I had some nice background music going. I was just chilled out. I was zen. Just everything was mindful, just real present with everything. I had a moment where I leaned over my bed and I actually sat there, leaned over my bed, and all in present, okay? Just connecting with my beautiful Lucan spirit. Then I'm connecting with my ancestors, and then I just started crying. Just shed all these tears. But it was beautiful. I'm not going to run from these tears. It's such a beautiful thing. This is where the healing takes place, when you're present. And don't be afraid when the tears come up. I say this all the time. This is how we heal. Okay, we're healing our past through being present. We can heal all these ailments and all these things that's going on with our physical body and our mental health just by being present. Yeah. So you've had your shower, you've gone and gotten dressed, and now maybe you need to go off and do some work. Maybe you got to go and care for the kids. I don't know. Maybe you got to go fix your car. Whatever. Okay. Take that energy of presence forward with you. You have to keep there. You have to stay there. Cultivate presence. Keep that practice going. It's a daily thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an every moment thing. Okay? Watch that mind. Study the mind. Because right now, as the earth is shifting, okay, there's so much energy shifting. Okay? You probably felt the energy. Okay, let me know, guys, if you felt the energy of the X-class solar flare that we had yesterday, depending where you are. Okay, I woke up this morning and I felt super wiped, and I'm like, yeah, well, that's some energy going on. I felt that. It was super strong. Like, I felt real sleepy. I could have got in my head about it. I was like, okay, it is what it is. I can't change that. The weather's out of my control. It's been raining here all day. It's winter now. It's out of my control. Okay, so we're in the flow. We're in flow state. There's a lot of people in this new age spiritual community, okay, hyping all these things up, and it's like, look, yes, the earth is shifting. We know this. But when we start carrying on about ascension symptoms all the time, and then this is going to happen. They're doing it on the space weather reports. This is coming. This is predicted. What's happening? You're not living in the present moment. What's the point? That's all we have is this present moment. The more that you can be in the present moment, the more that you're going to experience peace. That's where peace is at. And this is what I'm finding and learning on my journey. I'll learn. I'll learn it. I'll keep learning it, and I'll teach it as I go. Because everyone is worthy of knowing the truth. Okay? Not the brainwashing that's gone on out there. The truth is here. The truth is in our hearts. The truth is in our cells. The truth is with our ancestors. We're one. And when you're present as well, you connect with your ancestors. Our ancestors, us, we're all connected. Our loved ones in spirit. We're here. We're all here together. And us guys here, our tribe. Okay? We may be all around the earth. Okay? Pakistan, Philadelphia, Canada, we're everywhere, right? Australia, I'm here in Australia. But we're all connected. And the more present you are, the more you feel that connection to your ancestors. The more you feel the connection to the fire spirit. The more you feel the connection to the water spirit. The more you feel the connection to the universe, to the light, the energy that's coming through the earth right now. You feel the connection. You don't need to take psychedelics and all this sort of stuff to alter your mind to reach these states of consciousness. Okay? And that's a lot of, these are traps. These are traps. People are going down these roads and taking a bunch of mushrooms and all these psychedelics and things and saying, now I have a spiritual awakening, I have a spiritual awakening. Maybe they had a glimpse of their multidimensionality, okay? Maybe they've had a glimpse of what it's like to experience an out-of-body experience, perhaps. But that's not enlightenment. That's a glimpse. Enlightenment is a daily practice. You get an about like that. And what happens when you get about like that, okay, you're able to view life from a different lens, no matter what is happening, okay? And the beautiful thing about this, okay, your heart expands more because you're merging more with your spirit. You're sliding out of your head more, okay? Your heart expands so much. Your heart just gets bigger and bigger. And what happens is you have so much compassion. You end up with so much compassion. When you practice presence, how can practicing presence open my heart? Because you're here in the now moment and you're able to see things exactly as they are. Yes, you're my brother and you're my sister. We're all one. I look at you, I'm not just talking to you. Bryant, bro, for example, I'm not just talking to you. I'm here with you. I'm here with your ancestors. Okay, you're here with my ancestors. Hania Family Village. Okay, I'm here with your ancestors. That's what I'm saying. We are all one. We're connected. Okay, so when you're present, you realize that. The more present that you can become, you realize that. It's such a beautiful thing. Okay, you don't have to try too hard. You just be. Okay, all one. That's right. You just be. You know, people sit there and they have their meals and the TV's going or the YouTube's going or whatever when you're having your meal. So change it now, okay? Have your meal, just like eat, just eat. Focus on your meal. Express gratitude to that food as you're eating it. Maybe you're eating meat, animal product. Give your gratitude to the chicken for the sacrifice because that chicken is nourishing your body and giving your body the protein, for example. I eat in gratitude. I eat in presence. Okay, and I feel in a connection because the sun and the water, okay, has helped this food come to what it is for me to keep me going. Okay, so I'm present with that food, and that food is blessed now because I'm eating that food in a state of gratitude and presence. Now that food is blessed. That energy that I'm permeating now is onto my food and into my food and into my tea. Okay, it's in my tea, and then I have it, and the energy's going in me now. All right. Have you heard of when people, for example, when people making food? Okay, someone's making a meal and they're angry, and then now that angry energy is gone in that food. Okay, that food can poison someone with that energy that's gone into the food. But if someone's making that food, they say, oh, you know, this meal tastes lovely. Yes, because I made it with love. Yes, they made it with love because that love energy goes into it. So think of everything as energy. Okay, yes, and then you eat that food and now you got that blessing now, that love energy. But if you're eating your food and you're watching the mainstream media, for example, or you're watching politics or something like that, now all of that pollution is going into your aura. All that pollution is now going into your food. And you're wondering why your food ain't digesting. You're laying there later on, you're having heartburn and stuff because that energy now, this is energy hygiene we're talking now, that energy's gone into your meal. You see what I'm saying? So can we change things up? Can we be present when we're eating now? And that way you're not going to overeat. You know, you're eating and you feel full now. Sometimes we're eating so much, we're watching something busy and talking on the phone and eating, and you're full, but you don't even realize because you're not even there. It's like you're running on autopilot. You know what I mean? And X-class solar flares, geomagnetic activity, all this energy is just all energy. I think I said this in a video before. It's like me as an energy healer, okay? I work with energy, okay? I transfer the energy, okay? I work with that light energy. It's like the whole earth right now is receiving Reiki, okay? So the more present that we are, we can actually tune into that energy. You can sit there and I'll show you guys some stuff even, okay? This is me. I'll show you, for example, just me sitting in presence. I'm in my pajamas. These socks are an actual vibe, okay? I wear those fluffy grandma socks. Bro, I'm a grandma at 40. I'm not really a grandma, but I call these are my 40-year-old socks because they are snug as shit. They are a vibe. Alright, I'll show you, okay? This is me working with the energy, okay? This is how powerful we are because I'm present, okay? This is me being present. So practice this, okay? Light you a candle even, okay? Just be present, okay? Now watch me as I work with the energy, okay? I'm working with the energy and I'm going to bring the energy down through me. You guys can do this. Trust in the love and light energy. You don't need to channel aliens. You don't need to channel whoever, okay? This is the light of the universe, the love frequency that you can bring through you, okay? And now we're in that solstice energy. Bring this energy through you. Let's bring this energy through me and watch the energy because I'm present. And I bring the energy through my crown. Maybe you want to practice this as I'm doing this, okay? I bring it through my crown. My intention is to shift energy here, right now, okay? All right? And see? That's just an energy shift. This is Kundalini energy, okay? You feel the Kundalini energy flowing up your spine, okay? Just watch, okay? This is me working with the energy, okay? So I'm bringing the energy in me. I'm warming up now, feeling hot. This is alchemy, guys. We can all do this, okay? And that's energy flowing and shifting. So maybe you're sitting there in presence, okay? And you decide, okay, well, I need to do some healing because I've got some old ass trapped emotions sitting in my lower chakras. What can I do? I don't need to go and spend hundreds of dollars and go see all these people. I can do this myself. I'm here to teach you and empower you, okay? That you can do this yourself. You don't need to call on anyone. You can do this yourself. You just trust in the light energy. Trust in that love frequency, the Christ consciousness energy. It's love. Love is a frequency. And you bring that through you and you can bring it through and blast the blocks. Maybe you just had a meal. I had dinner not so long ago actually. I had a bit of a late meal tonight and it was weird. I don't know what happened, but I just feel it's stuck here, okay? So this is me. I'm bringing the energy in now. And shifting energy, see? I'm shifting energy. I'm hot. I'm feeling hot, okay? And then you can bring in the water. Bring in the water element. Bring the water spirit in. Maybe you're having some, I don't know, whatever block's going on, you bring the water in, or you can bring the fire in, bring the fire spirit in, okay? You visualize that, bring it in, you can clear your aura like that, because I'm present here. All I have now is myself. I'm present. I have the energy to play with. So we've got X-class solar flare coming in. Well, I'm going to play with that. I can be in my head, in my ego, in Scroll City. I could be on the phone and be distracted and run around and go and drink alcohol and smoke bud and do all this stuff. I could sit here and learn energy and play with energy. This is what I do. Okay, I play with energy. I taught myself how to play with energy. I'm a powerful healer and so are you. Okay, so sometimes when we're sitting there and we're allowing ourselves to be present, you're going to feel things shifting in your body and stuff. You feel the energy tingling and stuff. You're feeling like, watch, I'll shift energy within me. See, this is kundalini energy. If you feel energy stuck, you feel the energy. It's, say for example, we have X-class solar flares come through, okay, and you're feeling things shift up. Maybe you're having a purge, you're having emotional release, let it flow. But maybe you're feeling a bit of energy stuck in your chest. So yeah, let's bring that light in then. Bring the lighting and shift it, because this kundalini energy is going to shift. Okay, and drink lots of water, because water helps. Okay, and when you're present, okay, that's when you're really understanding energy. You have to be present to really understand energy. Okay, because that's what we are. We are energy. That's all we are. So you just say, my human here talking to you. Okay, we're energy, we're spirit, we're light beings, we are light. That's what we are, right? So if you're familiar with playing with energy, yeah, let me know, drop me a comment here, because it's fun, it's beautiful, and you know, you can get real creative with it. So you're sitting there in presence now, and you're not even trying to work with the light, but you're feeling energy shifting up, you're feeling emotions and things stir up within you. You lean into it now, because you're brave enough to, because you know you're safe. Just know you're safe. I'm safe to feel whatever needs to be felt. I'm safe for whatever needs to shift. And you sit there and you just allow, just be in flow state. Don't have any expectations, okay? Just be in flow state, okay? And just let it be. You sit there, it's raining. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, it's such a vibe. Okay, I'll sit here. Okay, I'll turn these lights off. Candles lit. I'll light some incense. I'll sit there and I'll just tap right in. I'm in it now. Look, I'm in so deeply. I'm not even thinking. I'm in my breath. I'm in my breath. And I just see myself like this ball of light. Okay? And in these moments, when you get to these moments of stillness, okay, you might have emotions come up, and that's such a beautiful thing, because you're pointing the light inward now. This old ass energy needs to shift, so let the old energy shift. Yeah, so just be there, be still. And every time that you do this, you're shifting stuff within. Okay? You're shifting stuff within. Don't be afraid to shift. Because on the other side, the only way through is through. On the other side of that darkness, that heaviness, that old energy, the other side of that is the light of your soul, the light of your spirit. So to reach that, okay, lean into it, you know. And, you know, when life, yes, sometimes life throws us challenges. You may have a challenge with your partner right now, you know, for example, and then your head's getting involved and taking you to the past, because now this is triggering some wound in you from the past that had happened with maybe your mother or someone else. Okay, so it's triggering this old energy within you. It's stirring you up in your head now. Okay, so if that's the case, you bring yourself back to presence. Be here, because it's all resolved. Everything was resolved. In your head, you ain't going to resolve. In your head, you're just going to feed that energy backwards and forwards. It's not going to shift that way. Look at the state of the world, for example. All these politicians fighting against each other. All these man-made wars, because they're in their head. They're so overridden by their egos. Imagine politicians all sat down together in presence. Then now the solutions would come up, because now they're speaking from a place of presence, yeah, and a place of compassion, and that's going to happen in the future. We're going to see the world leaders, that it's all going to shift. They're not going to be operating from their ego, okay? So we just keep doing what we're doing, and we watch the world will shift. It's going to happen. Know that. Believe that. That's what we're coming for. And in this lifetime, we get to see these beautiful changes. Hi, Gidget Love. Good to see you here. Welcome. You know, we need to be the change that we want to see. And, you know, people are going to test you out there. People can't handle these energies right now because it's too intense. Okay? So the more present you are, well, then you're helping your community shift. Okay? People are going to come to you. People are going to come to you just to hang out with you because they need your energy, because they're struggling at this time. They're in it deep. They're deep in the depression. They're deep in their head. They're deep in their anxiety. They want to just be around you because you have the energy. You have the codes within to help pull them out of their darkness, because you are the light. It's like, the matches. You light a match. Okay? It's like that's how I see it. It's like you light the match and you got all these other matches. You light one, bang, it all lights up. So that's you look at it like that. When I say hold your light, it's like hold your light, you stay present, because you're helping more people than you realise. And people are going to come to you. And people you didn't expect, now that are actually reaching out for help. They're coming to you and they're asking you for help. They're reaching out. People you never thought. This is the light that's coming through the earth right now as well. Okay? It's actually activating people to heal themselves. And I'm witnessing people now embarking on their healing journey at the age of 60, older even. People you never thought that would actually embark on their healing journey. They're sitting there now meditating. I thought, well, I never thought I'll see this person meditating. This person's talking to me about purging. Oh, Susie, I've been meditating, I'm purging. What's going on? I said, well, that's a beautiful thing, because your heart's open up and you're finally ready. Your soul now, you're finally ready to start healing because of presence. And don't be afraid of that. You can't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. Being scared and fearful, that's all the ego. What's happening with fear and anxiety, because a lot of people are experiencing anxiety right now, okay? Let's talk chakras, because our lower chakra, our root chakra, red at the bottom, at the base of our spine, that's your root chakra, okay? That's your sense of safety and security, okay? We grow up as a child, okay? We come into this world. The first thing we need to feel is safe and secure as a child, okay? And there's been generational traumas being passed down from our parents, from their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. This goes up. Okay, so a lot of us, we just come in already with fractured chakras, put it that way, blocked chakras, got passed down all these traumas, because if our parents didn't heal before they conceived us, and their parents didn't heal before they conceived them, it goes on, you see what happens? There's all that trauma passed down. Okay, so at childhood, the root chakra, this is where a lot of it starts. This is why when we embark on our healing journey and you don't know where to start, okay, start at the root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. See, red in color, like a red spinning board. Just focus on that area there. You can wear red clothes, put red around you, you know what I mean? Okay, it's all that energy there. So when we have anxiety, because say maybe in childhood somewhere we felt unsafe, maybe we went through sexual trauma, okay, or we went through abuse or whatever, we just didn't feel safe. Now the energy, okay, the energy center got blocked now before that energy, because as a child we didn't get to heal, we didn't go through the healing then, and it just blocks up and accumulates. Okay, life goes on, and then you go through school and all that, and then all these other traumas and all the things along the way. The root, not just all chakras, but the root chakra is getting so blocked. When the root chakra is blocked, when people have like really high anxiety, because the root chakra is so blocked, anxiety affects the adrenal glands, okay, your cortisol levels, okay? People are having a lot of heart things going on now, okay? I know someone who's having heart things, and they went to the hospital the other night to go get their heart checked. They put the heart monitor on. The heart's fine. That's just anxiety, okay? You got to work with the root chakra, okay? A lot of fear going on right now, okay? So if you're partaking on the news, for example, you're plugged into all that crap that's going on out there, you're bringing that energy into you now, okay? You're going to feel fearful. You're going to go to bed at night. You're going to be thinking about all that stuff on the news and all this. It's not happening in your reality. This peaceful Zen zone here, nothing like that's happening in my reality unless I choose to, yeah? Okay? So with anxiety, so we work with that area there. You work with the root chakra. So now we're sitting here in presence. We're here together. You can do it now as we're all here together. If you're having anxiety, do this practice now while we're all together, because it's very powerful when one person is present. But we have a room full of people present now, okay? Here, we're all present together. That's super powerful. So do your healing here. This is opportunity. So let's bring in that light now. You bring in that light, that love frequency, you bring it down through to your root chakra. Bring it in. See the light. Bring it in and bring it down to your root chakra. Be present with the light. Feel your root chakra. You may feel energy shifting there, okay? See it. Okay, see the light swirling there. You may feel energy start to swirl up your body, up your spine. You may have some sort of bodily reaction. You may shed a tear. Just allow your body to do what it needs to do. Okay, and we start to break away all that blocked energy from your chakra, from your root chakra. So when you wake up in the morning and you're in presence, okay, you're in that beautiful zened out state as soon as you wake up, instead of getting on the phone or whatever, okay, boom, let's make that a practice then. Okay, I'll start at the root chakra, I'll spend 5 minutes here, then I'll work my way up to the sacral chakra, orange in colour. That's your navel area, your womb space, okay? The sacral chakra, that gets real blocked up. Sexual trauma blocks that right up. Hi, Stoic Mind brother. Your house is coming, bro. Your house is coming. Gidget love's got to go. I've got to watch you later. Love you. Well, love you too. One love to the US. Wake up floaty. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. Get your feet on the earth. Connect to the sacred trees. Bring that tree energy into your aura. Stay nice and grounded, sis. See you soon, one love. Okay, and then you just work your way up your chakras. Okay, sit in presence. Spend 5 minutes on each chakra. Okay, just visualize the chakra. Bring the light in. Okay, feel the energy coming in. Okay, and release the blocks. Release the blocks, and you're going to start to see. You're going to notice things shifting. Okay, thank you, brother. It is coming. It's just all in divine timing. It's exciting time for all of us. Blessings are all around. I spent most of my day in gratitude today. I was real grateful today. It was just, I don't know, I had a real different day today. It was a pretty cool day. It was different. It was like, I don't know. Have you guys noticed whenever we have X-class solar flares and big energy shifts that it obviously affects your consciousness, right? I know, it's real cool. Affects your consciousness. You feel peaceful as well. You have moments where you purge, you have a cry or whatever, you got to get it out. But you just come back to this peaceful state. So you keep practicing presence, yeah? But work with the chakras. Keep working with the chakras. Work with the light, okay? And keep bringing that presence through with you every moment of the day. When you're talking to someone, okay, when you're conversating with someone, sometimes we just want to talk, okay? We just want to talk. So just try to just listen more. There's so much. When we listen, that's a big thing. There's so much. But listen attentively. Really listen to them. Watch them. Look at their eyes. Watch them. Stay super present. Try that next time. Okay? You'll see something different there. Yeah? Something different there. When you're washing your hands, okay? Be super present when you're washing your hands. There's something different there you'll see. You'll start to see what I'm talking about because you are so present with it. You feel that water. You feel the connection to the water. So just water. Water is spirit. You feel the connection to the water spirit. You give your gratitude to the water spirit. You bring this gratitude throughout your day. You know, you look at yourself in the mirror. Okay? A lot of us went through bullying as a child. A lot of us went through abuse. A lot of us went through all these things throughout our lives. Okay? And people struggle because they haven't healed that part of themselves to look at themselves in the mirror and to fully accept and love who they are. When you look into the mirror, okay, know this, okay? You're not just looking at yourself when you're looking into the mirror, okay? Your ancestors are there too when you're looking at yourself. So if you're looking at the mirror and you're picking on certain parts of you, oh, because, you know, my nose ain't fucking perfect, or, oh yeah, maybe my jawline or my lips or whatever. Actually, when I look in the mirror, I see my son, I see my grandma, I see my great-grandma, I see my tete. My tete is my grandma on my father's side. That's how we say Lebanese, tete, in Arabic. I see my ancestors. So that's a way to cultivate self-love and be in that present moment when you're looking at yourself, be in that present moment and watch how that mind is trying to tell you things, trying to pick on your features, or, oh, you know, you're looking at yourself in the mirror, or maybe I had, oh, if only I had bigger guns, or, oh, my legs were more lean, or whatever. Watch that ego. Stay present. And then there's something there for you. You'll see. You start to fall in love with yourself even more. not in an egotistic way. It's like self-love, it's like self-acceptance, right? It's like this self-acceptance. Presence is everything. Like I sit there and I've been deepening this self-compassion for myself. The self-compassion for myself has been deepening as I sit here. And normally I sit here and I have emotions come up, grief and things or whatever. I sit there and I'll go with my process. But I changed things up recently, okay? And practice this is so powerful. When you're sitting there and you're feeling your ego, I'll say, when your ego is feeling lonely, you know, you're feeling sad, you're feeling disheartened, you're feeling defeated, sit there and put your arms around yourself, okay? Like actually, like love yourself in that moment. Like have compassion for yourself in that moment, okay? Do that, okay? And there's something there for you. I promise you, my friends, there's something there for you, okay? You love yourself and you'll see breakthroughs are going to happen. You may cry because like shit, you just needed that love. You know, you feel like you ain't getting that love. You feel like you ain't getting that love from anyone around you right now. You feel so alone. You're ascending here. You feel alone. You feel like you can't relate to anyone in your community. Your family ain't picking up the phone, checking on you. You're sitting there, you're the lone wolf, right? But when you come in and you give yourself that compassion, yeah, because actually I got you, even though you're not alone, because spirit's everywhere. Your ancestors are you. But you give yourself that love, that compassion. That's next level. I want to share that with you because that's next level. And then when you're doing that, now it's bringing the light, then you're holding yourself in that compassion. You're loving yourself because, you know, you're just feeling tired. You're feeling tired. You've been going through this dark night of soul for years. You're feeling tired, you know. You have that moment where you're holding yourself and giving yourself that love. Oh, I got you. I got you. And now you're bringing in that light. You're bringing that light in. You're bringing that light in and lighting yourself up. Bringing that light to all of your cells. You're holding yourself. I tell you now, there's something there. That's medicine. That's medicine. You don't need to go to the medicine cabinet. You don't need to go to Big Pharma for that. Everyone's waiting for this med bed. Everyone's waiting for the med bed or the AI technologies and stuff. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, we are more powerful than the med beds. Okay? I wouldn't trust a med bed, to be honest. Hi Rita, good to see you here. Hope you're feeling okay. Okay, I personally wouldn't trust these med beds. Okay, someone sent me a video the other day on this AI stuff, and these dudes are doing a podcast, and it's just all about the AI, and it's like, why are we handing our power away to AI? I'm glad you're okay, Rita. Why are we handing our power away to AI? Yes, there's been some really good technology that's been hidden from humanity. How do you think, like, you know, certain pyramids were built and all these certain things? There's beautiful technology out there, but the technology put in the wrong hands can be very destructive too. But the thing is, okay, when it comes to healing and self-rejuvenating and growing back bones and things like that, we can do that energetically. You just have to know how powerful you are. So when you start to practice presence and start to work with that light energy, and you really start to play with that, because that's your practice every single day. I'm present every day. I'm making my cup of tea. I'm not even just present with the tea. Now when I'm pouring the water from my jug, I'm seeing light. The water's light. It's just healing light frequencies gone into my cup. That's what I mean. This is how powerful we are. While your imagination, let your imagination run wild with this. And now I'm drinking this. This is rejuvenating. This here, get rid of all the greys. Because I now believe that. So that's how I heal. That's how I clear the greys, for example. Or that's how I clear the block in my root chakra. Because that's my intention. That's how powerful I am. That's how powerful we are. You see, there's no limit. There's no limit. And there's so many distractions out there these days. So many distractions. To stop you knowing who you are. To stop you knowing the truth. Try not to fall for those traps out there. Stay sharp and stay present at this time. Because the more people stay sharp and present, okay? It's happening, it's inevitable, it's happening, okay? And all those old systems, they're going to be finished. All those systems are going to be finished. Look at the medical system. What happened back then with all those agendas? Now those agendas backfired. And now people aren't trusting Big Pharma anymore. They're not trusting the medical system anymore. It backfired on them. Yeah? Now people discovering the cures to cancer. Well, now people are actually realizing, oh, actually Reiki can heal me. I don't need to go and do surgery, bust out all my body parts, body snatching parts. That's what they've been doing out there. Organ harvesting and all that. Why? When we have the ability to heal our own organs through presence, through meditation, through the light, knowing how powerful you are. You're going to do this stuff. Don't doubt yourself. You're going to sit here and be like, oh, okay, now I'm awakened. Yeah, I'm enlightened now. Don't do it half-assedly. Fucking know your power. That's what I'm trying to say. Know how powerful you are and do it. Go about it. Get up about your day and go about it. You're in the shower, you're in the water, you're rejuvenating. Know that water's rejuvenating you. You're making that cup of tea and you're putting that love frequency in it. And that's going to heal your gut health, for example. Know that then. Don't doubt yourself. Where does doubt come from? That's a belief system. It comes from the ego. It comes from some external thing. Yeah? And you're sitting there and you have anxiety and you're beating yourself up. You're not feeling confident. You don't think that you're worthy of all these things because of these belief systems, because something you went through back in your childhood or somewhere along the way in the journey. And you're still stuck there because you're not present. Okay? You're still stuck thinking that you're not worthy and not beautiful or not good looking because an ex-partner said this to you years ago, put you through abuse or whatever, but you're still stuck in the past. If you're here right now and you're present, you're healed because you know you're beautiful, you know you're powerful, you know you're capable because you're here now, not there. You're not there anymore. The past is done. All we have is this now moment. So we can tap into the now moment. Every moment you tap into that. That's where the peace is at. That's where the healing is at. You know? Some psychologist said to me when I was younger, I was working through self-confidence issues when I was youngster. So I went through abuse in my first relationship. I was young. She said, fake it till you make it. I couldn't understand this concept. I was young. I was attitude, man. I was young Susie, man. Fake it till you make it. But in the end, I got it. I got what she meant. She said, yeah, we walk around like you're confident. Yeah. So I was faking it until I was just like, and then one day I was like, shit, well, actually, I'm me. I don't need to fake it anymore. I love who I am. Okay? So own who you are. Doesn't matter who said what to you. That's finished now. You know? And forgiveness. We can forgive people who hurt us. We can forgive the people we never thought we could forgive by being present. Because when we're present, when you're present, you're in tune with your spirit. Okay? And you know that a lot of your ways, that some of your conditioning was passed down to you from your parents because your parents had their own conditioning. Okay? So then you start to understand you, okay, and in your imperfections on such a deeper level, from a higher perspective, from a higher state of consciousness. But then now you look at the perpetrator, or you look at the people who have hurt you, who have hurt your children, or who have whatever made you suffer, and you look at them now and you look at them differently now because you tapped into your spirit and you get it. So now you're looking at them, you're no longer holding grudges. You know what I mean? That's such a big thing. You no longer have this energy flowing towards them, and what happens is you start to clear that karma between you and them. There's that old energy that's keeping you stuck and keeping them stuck, and then you have a thread now between you and that person who had hurt you. Maybe it was the ex-husband who beat you up whatever years ago, or maybe you had a violent wife or whatever, and you still haven't let go. You still haven't forgiven them. Yes, forgiveness word is thrown around so much, but how do we forgive? We can't just say, I forgive. We need to embody forgiveness. It's compassion. That's where it's at. So the more you can understand you, and you understand that you're not perfect, your spirit is perfect, but the human you is not perfect, because the human you had conditioning. The human you went through trauma. The human you had stuff passed down from your parents, from your ancestors. When you know that, now you know, oh, okay, I'm going to look at the person who sexually abused me, for example, the person who hurt my child, the person who murdered my cousin, for example, you can look at them the same way now, and then now you're tapped into the energy of compassion. You can't do that if you're in your head. That's why I say you cultivate presence, okay? Your life will shift. Bang. You now have compassion for them now. Bang, that forgiveness automatically will follow. You don't have to try to forgive. You just come into your heart. Compassion will automatically follow. Forgiveness will automatically follow. And you start to look around now. Okay, you're getting around about every day. You're getting about now. That's how you're viewing the world. Okay, you just get more powerful energetically. You're not going to have energy leaks. You don't have time for this low vibrating energy anymore because you're no longer on that frequency. And this is why you feel alone at times, because you've expanded your heart. You've ascended. You've ascended. You're no longer living on a third dimensional reality. You're no longer operating from your ego. You're operating from a fifth dimension. You're operating from a higher perspective. You're operating from your higher self, your spirit. You operate from your spirit. It's beautiful. You don't stress when you're at that point, because what's the point of stressing? Oh, I've got to get out of this house here on the 17th or 18th of July. I have to be out of this house here. I don't even have a house lined up yet. I'm not even stressed. I'm in such a state of flow. I'm in such a state of flow. The universe will carry me. That's how I'm choosing to live. I've worked so hard to get where I'm at now. What? So now the universe has given me something to put me onto the next path for me, onto a new chapter for me that's going to be absolutely beautiful and amazing. Okay? And what? I'm stressing? Doesn't make sense. The universe just gave me an opportunity. Now let's slide our perspective. Perspective is everything. Normally the universe gives us a challenge, and it's like, oh shit. Then we get in our head, oh, use lost presence now. You're not wake up meditating, you're not even playing around with the water spirit anymore, you're not playing with the light. You straight away, you lost presence, you lost consciousness, you went back to sleep. You're sitting there, you're drinking crazy on the caffeine now, not sipping the tea mindfully, because life gave you something. But life is giving us something all the time. But when you can be here now, you're going to see that that's the gift. Whatever life is giving you right now is the gift. Stoic mind, brother, go with the flow. Exactly. We have to go with the flow. Because the gift is in this now moment. And you can start to see that when you're in flow state and every single thing happens for a reason, you don't stress. This is fifth dimensional living. This is you operating from your higher self, not the human ego. There's no stress. That happens exactly how it's supposed to happen. You know, I had a job on this morning. Okay, it fell through. I could have stressed out. Oh, the ego would be like, oh, but I need the money. I'm moving soon and all this. But I'm like, I surrender. I don't care. I didn't have that extra money coming this morning, and I'm absolutely fine with that. The universe will carry me. See, I'm in flow state. And then what happened? Because that didn't happen. Well, then I crossed paths with someone else and had a conversation. And then my day ended up turning and changing like this. And then in the afternoon was just such a beautiful, peaceful afternoon for me. Where I thought, I'm going to self-care now and wash my hair and light the candle and have some music going. And I felt good for it. And I was on my knees on the bed and I was connecting with my son and my ancestors, and I cried. And it was fucking perfect. Just exactly how it was meant to be. Oh, but I shouldn't cry. Oh, but I should have gone to work today and earned that money. Oh, well, it shouldn't rain today because it should be sunny. See what I mean? Well, it has to be this way. This is flow state. This is proper flow state. When you're in flow state, this is Zen state. This is Buddha vibes. This is chill vibes. Because it just is what it is. It is what it is. And the more you be present, the more you're okay with it. There's no there's no resistance. There's no fighting. You know, there's no fighting. What are you going to do? You're walking and it starts to rain on you. It starts to rain on you. You can sit there in that moment and get your panties in a twist, and or you can actually embrace the rain that's on you and connect with the water spirit and feel like, I'm being cleansed. It rained on me today. I had to go from one shop to the other and it was pissing down, and I could be like, oh no, my hair or whatever, and act around like a fool. But I'm like, this is beautiful. It's raining on me. I'm in this moment connected with the water spirit. Yes, I'm wet. I got in my van. I was drenched, but it was a vibe. I knew later on I was going to go home, have a nice hot shower, and be grateful because I now have access to a nice hot shower now. You see what I mean? Just keep bringing this presence and gratitude and flow state in our life. Keep bringing it forward every single day. It's interesting you spoke about gratitude, because all day yesterday I was in a state of gratitude and the hawks kept following me around too. Yeah, hawks is about leadership, brother. That's awesome. Yeah, hawks are about leadership. So you're definitely a born leader. And like I said last life, bro, like the universe is prepping you for some goodness. And that's why you've been in, like, sometimes the universe, what happens is, we're trying to get to a different destination, okay? We're trying to jump from, some aspect of our life to, a different chapter. But sometimes, like, we're in this little holding, it feels like a little holding bay where the universe is just giving you a few more things, okay? You just got to level up a little bit more. You just got to heal a little bit here. You got to realize the little things like this, right? Before it catapults you to the next, before you level up, before the universe opens up this new corridor for you. But it may feel like a little bit uncomfortable in the moment. Like Rita says, it's all crumbling. Yeah, it feels uncomfortable. Feels all like shit's all crumbling. But normally when that happens, okay, it's like, when the lotus is this beautiful flower, but for the lotus to bloom into this beautiful flower, that's us. It's like we got to be in that mud. It's got to rain on us. It's got to feel heavy. Got to get smacked around. We got to purge. You got to lose sleep, all this. Remember that. Yeah. Because that's how the lotus forms, out of this sludgy mud, right? I like that analogy anyway. Rita says it's all crumbling. The matrix is crumbling because people are realizing now. People are realizing, they're realizing that they've been living in one world. You look at it, you look at the matrix, it's like, it's this artificial world. Just look at the universal laws, and then you look at the matrix laws. You got the matrix laws that are governed by the policeman and governed by the politicians and all that, and all these rules and regulations. You can't do this, or you got to pay for this, and all these shackles and chains business, right? It's a good crumbling. Right, that's the matrix, all these matrix laws and stuff. But now look at the universal laws of karma, okay? These are the real laws, yeah, the universal laws. Look at karma, for example. I was having a conversation with someone not long ago, actually, about the justice system, because that's a crumbling system right now too. Because, yeah, they've been exposed, okay? They've been exposed. This is what this time is about. We're shifting into the new era. So all these old systems that have been corrupted, that are run by people's egos, okay? All these systems are crumbling. I was having this conversation with someone the other day, because a lot of us, okay, get highly triggered. We are beautiful, Rita, and you're beautiful too. A lot of us get highly triggered by the system, whether it be the medical system, the justice system, okay, all those systems, okay, and this goes way back. This doesn't just maybe go back to our childhood. I'm talking, this goes way back ancestrally, okay, your blood ancestors, even the ancestors of the land. We went through all the injustices, okay? Maybe you're out there and you're an activist, and I went through a stage on my journey where I was out there partaking in the protests and all that, and I was getting real triggered on that. So I wanted justice. I wanted justice for us, for our people, for our ancestors. I was having this conversation with someone the other day, because it's so highly triggering still for some people, but to be able to, how do I have compassion Okay, Brian, I know you get it, brother, with that medical system, my bro. Okay, and this is the thing, because we can cultivate compassion towards one human being because we understand now, okay, their traumas and their conditioning. But how do I do it with the system? Because that seems to be a hard thing to do. But then look at the system too. You look at the people who are running those systems, the Rockefellers, for example, the Rothschilds, or them. They're a part of those systems, okay? But then look at them, look at those bloodlines. It's the same thing. Can you bring compassion now to those bloodlines that have been running those systems? This is how you really deepen your your you'll heal. You'll heal, and you can finally be at peace with that system. Even though you don't agree with it, you'll come to peace because you'll know, yeah, that system's been corrupt for years. All these people, they've got their own karma. They've got their own karma. You don't have to worry about people's karma. Karma has been made every moment of the day. Here, every word I speak, every thought I think, every action I do, I'm creating karma. So are you, every moment. So these people, there's all these systems. So you look at the system like, how do I forgive the medical system? You're getting triggered. You're going to see a doctor and he's not listening to you. You're going to the doctors backwards and forwards for years, telling them what's up. They're gaslighting you. Don't want to bother. You're getting triggered. You're getting real worked up. Like, shit, why I feel unheard. I'm trying to clear my throat chakra. My ancestors were unheard. You're getting super triggered. You breathe. You bring yourself back to presence and you look at that person. You look at that doctor and be like, actually, that doctor only knows what he's been taught. Because he got taught by those Rockefellers, all the medical system is corrupted, right? So now you look at things like that and then you start to shift. Okay, you'll shift. You'll start to heal those parts. Because to forgive the system is a big thing. Yeah, you're getting close now. You're starting to forgive that person who really hurt you. But how do I forgive the system? That's how you'll forgive the system. Because, we weren't just fighting. The Rainbow Warriors weren't just fighting the system here in this lifetime. We had injustices in lifetimes. I've visited past lifetimes of mine, okay, where one of my past lifetimes I visited just through meditation, okay, and intention, where we were there. We were the Native American tribe, the Inca tribe, the Rainbow Warriors. They're same thing, fighting for our people. And there was carnage and there was war, and I was a chief. I was a chief in one of those, in that lifetime. And still here in this lifetime, we're still fighting today. But the difference is, okay, me in this lifetime, I ain't fighting no more with the bow and arrows. This time round, hey, I'm doing it with my heart. It's love. It's the love way. It's the heart way. It's the compassion way. It's the forgiveness way. That's how we ascend, because ascension is spirit. Ascension is Christ consciousness. Ascension is what you are. Okay, ascension isn't a psychedelic. Ascension isn't an Akashic record reading from someone phony on Facebook. Okay, ascension is coming inwardly, touching your spirit, seeing through all the darkness, touching your spirit. That's ascension. That's ascension. That's where your life shifts. That's where now whatever happens, happens, yeah? Yeah, thanks, Stoic brother. I'm going to call you Stoic brother. So, that's where the real healing takes place. Perspective is everything as well, my friends. Remember that. Perspective is everything. We can choose to look at things through that old ego way. We can now look at it through our heart way. Let your heart be the portal, okay? Let your heart be the portal. Don't get caught up in the ego anymore. It's time to shed those old layers. Okay, those ego days are finished. That's the old earth. That's the old way. That's the old era, That's cool. I'll call you Stoic brother. And you guys are awesome. Like, I sit here when I'm just on my own and doing my own thing, and I always connect with you guys energetically. I connect with my tribe. It's such a sacred thing to be able to resonate with people on the same frequency who are in their hearts. And some people new maybe stumbling across here, and it's such a beautiful thing because we can really see that The earth really is shifting. We are shifting. You can see now, look at us. We're all here. We have that one thing in common. We're tapped into the heart energy, the heart frequency, you see? And we're learning. We're always learning. We're constantly learning off each other. You'll get to that point, though, where you won't be seeking as much. It's all good to receive guidance. It's a beautiful thing, and I love offering guidance. I feel honored. But you'll get to that point where you won't need to seek, because you sit here now, you see it, and it comes to you, because it's the inner realizations. Okay, Bryant says we're all warriors and tapped in. We are. We're all the rainbow warriors, and we're all tapped in. We're tapped into the love frequency. We don't need to get around with bow and arrows and guns and bombs and all that. All right. I love seeing you guys all connect. It's such a beautiful thing. So beautiful. So much love. You see, we can diffuse wars and stuff. We can diffuse when people are attacking us. You know, when people are acting unconsciously and they're angry and they're taking their shit out on us. We don't have to feed that. If we stay in our heart, we diffuse that real quickly. You watch. Someone's going to come to you or ring you and start abusing you. The minute you slide into their energy, that's it. You just old earth. You're in the old earth now. But the minute you connect to your breath in that moment, you connect to your breath in that moment. You breathe when that person's talking all this to you, putting that energy on you. You breathe in that moment, straight away. You're on the new earth frequency, because now you know you caught yourself before your ego come out to play. You caught yourself. Now you respond. You're not going to react. You're going to respond. And maybe your response is just, actually, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to walk away. And then when people in their ego, they freak out because, like, well, you're not giving me nothing back. They want something back. They need something back. Their ego needs something to feed off. You ain't feeding their ego. That's how shit gets diffused. You're diffusing it. Walk away. Breathe. Don't give people the satisfaction. You don't need to watch how your ego wants to be like, I want to have the last word. No. You know? By all means, don't get me wrong. Stand up for yourself. Speak your truth. Don't let people walk all over you. Have boundaries in place. You know? Always speak your truth. You know? We went through lifetimes of being suppressed and oppressed. Okay? When I say we, I'm talking us and our ancestors. Okay? We can speak our truth, but we can speak our truth with compassion now. We don't need to speak our truth in a way that's going to belittle someone or to make someone feel like crap just because they made us feel like crap. We can stand firm and solid and be powerful, stand in your power and speak your truth that way. Even to the people who feels uncomfortable, say it to your kids. Yeah? Say it to your partner. Say it to whoever. Your partner, your brother, whoever. Speak your truth and you'll feel good for it. And here, you clear the blocks from your throat chakra. Speak your truth. If you struggle to speak your truth, here, bring in that light. Bring it into your throat chakra. Blue in colour. Okay, bring the light in. Clear the blocks. You can hum, chant, sing. Because you start to unblock here. Okay? Bring in the water spirit. Invite the fire spirit in. Okay, bring it in. This clears my intention, clears blocks. You may start to cough because you're clearing the blocks now, right? Bryant says, speak your truth with conviction, always. Stoic brother, I like the way you put that breath in love, responding in the way they're talking puts you back in the 3D. Exactly. You know, and as much of us, you know, are waking up around the earth right now, there's still a lot of people that are still fast asleep. But you got to remember this. Don't add to that division, because that's where they're at. Remember, they've got their own conditioning. They've got their own traumas. They may not have people in their life like you and I where they can learn from. Okay? And they've got the mainstream media going all the time. They've got all that brainwashing. Maybe they never received the love from their parents. Okay? Maybe they've gone through abuse, abandonment, whatever. So that's their conditioning. So we have to remember this when we're getting out and about. When you're present, you're able to see now. When someone is, even out in public, for example, you're out in public and someone just starts attacking you. Because people get chaotic out there. Like, what do you call it, road rage and all this stuff. People get chaotic, people get triggered. But if you're present, you're going to diffuse that. You know what I mean? Like, I've driven and people are just like, beep. I drive a van. Like, I always own sports cars. Check this. I love a good sports car. I'm a rally driver. I love it. I miss my old rally car, I'll tell you now. But, a little while back, I ended up selling the rally car. It was kind of symbolic because I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a van. I'm going to move to the country. And I did. I got the van. I moved to the country. I'm driving my little slow-ass van in the country. But shit, it's like just across the street from me in the bush. There's this big, like, patch there where you can do some mad donuts and stuff. And, but driving the van has been funny because it's not too bad here, but when I drive into the city to visit family and stuff like that, I get people that are like driving up my ass and beeping the horn, and I'm like, dude, so like, I'm actually going the speed limit, but because it's a van, and it's a van, everyone's got to overtake the van, right? It was a Mitsubishi Ralliart, black. It was beautiful, twin exhaust. Oh, it was a vibe. I'm talking like I'm attached to the car still. I guess I'm still attached to the rally car. Yeah, shit, it was a good drive too. Especially when it was cold as well, because all that cold air goes through the air filter and the turbo. It was like, phew, when you drive, you just glide like, phew. Oh, the vibe. I actually met a man recently. Well, I know a man who knows this other guy, and he works with him one day a week, and he's got rally cars. So I've kind of been manifesting a rally car again. So I'm like, okay, universe, I guess I might have a rally car again. And then so this dude pops up. I'm thinking maybe I'm coming closer to my new rally car again. But anyway, so I'm driving to the city and people get up on it, beeping and all that. And I'm like, the youngster me, the ego me, the old earth me would be like, you throw that crazy ass energy back. But I'm like, nah, I sit there and I breathe through it. You're feeling impatient, and in my head I'm thinking, oh well, I guess I'm teaching them patience then, because they're trying to hurry up, get all around me and shit, it's dangerous, risky. People don't care. Their mind is so chaotic and heavy and busy. Just gotta get here quick and put other people at risk on the road. I'm just sitting there breathing through. I'm in my breath, breathing. Okay, cool. Okay, because I'm not gonna feed that energy. There's chaos out there. So that's what I mean. Because I don't know why I'm just cruising along peacefully. Why would I hand my power away now and give my peace away to this person? Don't give your peace away. That's your peace. Cultivate peace every single day. And then you'll see. It becomes so visible when people want to take your peace from you. It's like, you ain't taking my peace. There's a reason why I sit here on my own in the country for the last 2 years, deepening my sense of presence, deepening my healing. No TV, not that I like the TV prior to here. None of that. I sit here, I practice what I preach. Now I'm driving and someone's feeling impatient, driving up my ass and beeping the horn. What, you think I'm going to give my power away to you? I'm not going to give my power away to you. I'm definitely not going to leak energy because of your ego. You see? I'm not going to hate on them. I stay in my heart. I look at them and think, well, this poor person here, man, he is so chaotic in his head. I pray for him. I hope he can find peace. Actually, when I see them driving chaotic like that, I blast them with light. I surround them with so much light that they're actually safe driving. And all the cars around them, I blast them with light that everyone's safe. No car accident. It's crazy out there. So yeah, I hope you liked tonight's talk, my beautiful friends. And so that's where it's at. Presence is where it's at. Okay, that's how we shift. That's how we heal. That's how we ascend. With these current energetics that's flowing through. Okay, the next few days with the solstice energies. Okay, we had X-class solar flare yesterday. I feel like we're probably going to have more. I don't know. We'll see. But okay, just to navigate through it with ease, be in the present moment. Don't get caught up in all that spiritual propaganda out there and all everybody's predictions and all this and that for you, or oh, this is going to be your experience, or now you're going to have headaches and blah blah blah. Actually, be in the now moment, be present, and allow your process to be whatever it's meant to be. Just breathe through it, stay connected to the earth, work with the beautiful light energy. Okay, eat clean, move your body. If you need a rest, you wake up, you feel tired, lay in there, give yourself that gift of sleeping in and not feeling bad about it. You don't need to feel guilty. If you're feeling guilty, you're in your ego. Slide out of the ego, come back to breath. Keep doing that. Keep bringing yourself back to breath. Okay, I'm going to finish my cup of tea. It's a little bit cold. Might go warm it up, redo the jug. Love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. You guys really help me, to when you guys jump on as well, it helps me as well. Okay, and like since I lost my son as well, Luke was always my purpose, being a mom. So since I started doing YouTube, it's beautiful. It's like, I don't know, it's well, you can't just go through all that for nothing, right? That's what I say. So whatever you're going through, just remember there's a reason behind it. Okay, you can help so many people through your experience, whether it's homelessness, drug addiction, medical system, whatever. Okay, you have the medicine. The medicine is within you. So stay present and realize your power, and know you are the medicine. And better days are coming. Just know that. And I pray for you all. And I lit this candle earlier, if you just jumped on later on, for all of us and for humanity. Okay, that love and light is everywhere, and we stay in our hearts, and we ascend and we shift with ease and with grace at this beautiful, magical time. My love, beautiful friends. Thank you, Gregory. Love you so much. Yes, keep the energy flowing with presence. Stoke, brother, I feel Luke. He was on my mind yesterday. Yeah, well, Luke be there. He'd be like, got you, brother. Yeah, Luke's a vibe, man. Luke's beautiful. My son's absolutely beautiful. So if you feel him, like, you're very privileged to be able to feel Luke's energy, because Luke don't play about. Thank you, Brian. Love you too. All right, guys. Have a beautiful day, or have a beautiful evening wherever you are, okay? One love. See you guys soon.